Hi, another Fendi handbag here to review. By now, you must be fed up with all my Fendi handbag reviews, but I'm glad to share with you what I think about each Fendi handbag that I have acquired, what the pros and cons are. So at least that would help a lot of you who are eyeing to own a Fendi handbag. It really does help if somebody reviews a certain product, especially if it's a luxury item. That is what I do also. I get as much information as I can whenever I purchase a luxury item, and especially handbags. You, I think you all know by now that I am a very compulsive shopper, impulsive as well, because if I like something, my tendency is to just buy it and then dispose of it later. But since we are in the Fendi phase right now, Fendi handbags seem to be the in thing in the luxury market right now. That is why I am so into reviewing each and every style. As long as I can afford it, then I will buy it. All right, so much so with the long introduction. This is another Fendi Zucchino handbag, and in a dark espresso color. And the canvas is like dark brown, and it has silver tone hardware. Is it silver? It comes out as a gunmetal here, but I think it's just the reflection of the camera. And this arrived yesterday, and this has a I would say this is in mint condition, so I was really taken aback how newish this product is, and it still smells of leather, like you took it out of the box. And it even has the controlato number, or the card that comes as an authenticity card. But I don't think that matters to me, as long as it is authentic and as long as I like the bag. But it does help, especially if you're trying to sell this in the second-hand market. So this is a Fendi Drawstring, and I've never seen any of these actually. Every time I search for Fendi bags, just the Mama Baguette, the Croissant, and all those popular Fendi handbags just pop out. But recently I have been seeing some of these, so I was curious as to how functional they could be. So basically they call this the drawstring, and this is a small size, but it's actually very roomy. I would this looks like the Fendi Mama Baguette though, without the drawstring and without the pleatings in front. So let's look at the bag. So it's very, very simple, just like this. The sides, and the canvas, by the way, is not the regular cloth canvas. This is like stiffer or more stiff. And yeah, so the handles, as you can see, it is so newish. I can't believe, I bid on this, and I just won it. And it wasn't as pricey as the others, and I'm very surprised that this is in pretty much new condition. So there is a flap here. So it has the magnetic flap closure, as most Fendi bags do. And it has the Fendi and Made in Italy here. Those are the things that you have to look out for. And this is the drawstring. I don't find this really useful at all, nor does it aid in, you know, securing the bag really. I don't think so. I find it really annoying because yesterday when I used this, as soon as I got it, I used it, you know, right away. And it would have been okay by itself already without the drawstring. And it is too long. The drawstring is too long. And I've seen some online, the drawstring actually has the most wear. And to the point that some of the things I see online, these bits, the leather, since they have the most wear, they are in like spilled or scratch. It would have been fine like this by itself without the drawstring really. I just find it an inconvenience, and I don't know, I'm not sure if it's gonna help. See, it does nothing. It's just, I think it's just for decoration purposes. It's just for decoration purposes because it doesn't make it any tighter anyway. It doesn't make any tighter because it's all the way here, and it doesn't form anything. You can't pull it all the way. So why even bother? That's just my take on that. Well, I do have it's very, very hard to please me, guys, because I have a lot of handbags and I have owned, and you know, it's like I try it and then I give my, you know, my my honest review on a certain bag, and most of the time I have something really not not nice to say about some of the bags. It's either it's not functional, it's either it's heavy, it's either the strap is too short, either it's too long, and I just have a lot to, you know, I don't know. It's very, very hard to please me when it comes to handbags. No wonder I have a lot of handbags, and I want to try, you know, a lot of handbags. I've owned hundreds of handbags, guys, luxury handbags, and I don't know, it's very, very hard to please me, so just bear with me. So that is it. So for those of you, because when you say drawstring in the Louis Vuitton, typically this would be in a bucket style because it has a drawstring closure, but this one doesn't. And just to let you know that, to be honest, this doesn't do anything at all, but I think it's just for decoration purposes. So as I was saying, why even bother? Because it doesn't help, because this by itself is already like this, and no matter how much you pull this, it's not gonna do anything. Okay, and I don't think it does contribute to the security of the bag either, because this would have been better. I mean, it's okay on its own like this. Okay, now this is the interior of the bag. This is very, very new, guys. You could actually pull this out, and it has a silky, very silky, sturdy interior lining. And as usual, there's a Fendi plaque there, Fendi Made in Italy. And this one doesn't have any tags attached, but it just has this one, it has the hologram. It's a bit tight, guys, I can't pull it. I think the hologram and a serial number and the thing that says authenticity of the garment. Yeah. I was very lucky to get this at a very, very low no, it's not actually low, but normally lower than what I would pay for, because even the Fendis are that have major flaws. I actually took one of the Fendi bags yesterday just to fix the pipings, and they charged me I think $30 just to change the pipings here, because the wire was coming out. And this is my piece of advice. Please don't get products that have flaws unless you're up for a, you know, up for that challenge, that if you could do it yourself, because sometimes the repairs of the damage on the bag costs more. And I actually took the bag for them to remove the paint marks on the handbags that I reviewed yesterday, and they said that they were nail polish, so there's not much I can do, even if I get the suede or the nylon cleaner. So what I was thinking is probably patch it up with any embroidery or flowers, like I always do. I do a bit of some DIY on my handbags, so just to cover up or camouflage, but it doesn't really matter because it's not that obvious. Okay, so that is just my take on this bag. Oh, I forgot about the measurements. So this is not a tiny handbag, guys. It may be a small handbag, but it fits a lot. So this is 12 inches in length and 5.5 to 6 inches in height, and the width is 3 inches. So this is not your average cloth canvas that is lightweight. Unlike the canvas that I have shown you in my previous video, the two bags, they're just so lightweight that it's like, it's not even, the weight is just, it's weightless actually. But this one has a bit of weight. It's thicker. It's thicker. There is no base shaper here anyway. It's thicker. And I just love the smell. And let me just show you. It says Borsa con vele e patina grande. Grande? Grande means large. Zucchino moro. So the price, I don't know what that is. Made in Italy, Fendi. So I can't interpret that, how much it is. Okay, so yeah. So I really don't mind about, whether or not I have this, but this one is really, it's like it has never been used. I'm telling you, the smell is just so new. It smells of leather. Okay, so this is a nice handbag. I think I'm gonna keep this. But I would compare this to my the tassels to the Balenciaga. My Balenciaga handbags, the city bag that I paid $1,500 for, like I think that was 10 years ago. It's the most unused, and I would say the worst investment I've ever had, because I can't sell it for anywhere near the price. Some of them are even selling for like 300 or 500. And I hated the fringe, the tassels, because they're just too long and they didn't actually have any purpose at all. So I think besides that hippie vibe, I guess. And yeah, and I still have it there, and I'm trying to sell, at least get $1,000, but I don't think so, because it's pretty newish, and I have all the tags and the price. So let me know if anybody is interested. I've been trying to sell it, but I couldn't, and I don't want to give it to the real because they would probably have to sell it for $400, and I'm just gonna get 200. So there, I've learned my lesson. I'm just going to buy things that I think would, have a return, somehow, if you decide to sell them in the future, which I always do. But sometimes I get pretty caught up with all the all the styles and all the fashion craze going on, and then only to to regret it later. So this is a pretty much a very classic handbag. It has that traditional or typical Fendi plaque closure, and yeah, it's from casual. Actually, this is from casual to semi-formal. You can wear this anywhere. So I think I'm gonna use this because I could put my 8 ounces water bottle there when I drop off the boys to school. So okay, so there you go. Bye.